Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday. We are excited today to have with us Tim Jackson, who will be singing with us later on. But until then, come on in. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and clap. Standing outside the door of love and mercy, you wonder if there's a place there for you. You know there's peace inside, but still you're searching for someone who understands the pain you've been through. Well, the door's unlocked, the lights are on. What are you waiting for? Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. You'll find a place of rest, the arms of spirit. God's waited so long for your homecoming day. God knows the peace you see, the hurt you're feeling. Spirit wants to hold you and to wipe your tears away. Where the Father waits with open arms. God is calling out your name. Come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. There is room enough in the house of love for someone just like you. Oh, oh, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in, welcome home. You are loved, you belong here now. No matter where you've been, come on in. Oh, 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 oh. Well, come on in. Come on in to Unity of Oak Park. Amen. Yes. Thank you, choir. Thank you, Diego.
Come on in. All right. Thank you, Juan Lorenz, and thank you to our Unity Choir. Can we hear it one more time for them for such a welcome? Thank you, Diego. Now, today we are celebrating a lot of many different things, and one of them is Father's Day. So happy Father's Day to all the fathers and father figures who are present here today. Can we hear for our fathers and father figures? We're also celebrating Juneteenth. We're also celebrating Pride Month. So there is lots to celebrate on a special day like today in our Sunday service. Most of all, is to celebrate all of you. So let's say good morning not only to ourselves, but to everyone who is joining us online. If we can just turn around to the camera and say good morning. And maybe say Happy Father's Day. Feliz Dia de los Padres for all the Spanish fathers out there, because I know that we are drawing the Spanish community here at Unity of Oak Park, so we see you and we also hear that you're present here with us. Part of celebrating our amazing celebrations is we're celebrating life. We're celebrating the ability to nourish life. This weekend, we had our garden team on the grounds, and they were beautifying our grounds. So let's hear for our garden team who that beautified our grounds. And they did a lot of special work. They were doing work that I couldn't do, like bend. Pull but I was able to be there to pray and just acknowledge their service. And I stayed afterwards and I helped to water since I can't stand up and water. But thank you to the garden team for just adding that love. And I was sharing with Kucha, who's part of the garden team, is that it just brought me so much joy seeing the love, because I saw Kucha, I hope you don't mind me sharing this, but she was digging the weeds between each brick. And I'm just thinking like, wow, that takes a lot of just physical effort, but also just love and nourishment. And that just shares the consciousness of caring for our world, caring for our community, and caring for others and the life that's thriving in our garden. And in the moment where Regina left, which is another garden team member, we were talking about St. Francis d'Assise that's outside the sculpture. And, you know, he's known for being a saint for Mother Nature and for animals. And when you left, there was a butterfly that landed right on that sculpture. And it was so beautiful just to recognize the energy that we give, not just to ourselves, but to all the little animals and insects that inhabit our garden. So thank you all for sharing your love. And thank you to all the donors who gave plants and flowers to make the garden more beautiful and flourish. Thank you all. With all that gratitude, I also want to give gratitude ahead of time to Babatoni and Kucha. They're holding a storytelling Father's Day activity right after service on the lawn outside with popsicles. So it's going to be an amazing event if you can stay here and meet our other community members and our partners. We have a community partner that we just started working with, and that is the Oak Park, Lindsay, what was it, the Oak Park Day Nursery. Oak Park Day Nursery. I know it was Day Nursery, but I wasn't sure if it was just Oak Park Day Nursery. So we want to welcome them and just know that we are helping our youth all over Oak Park, but also in our community, to continue the ideas of truth, of knowing that we're not just celebrating Pride, Juneteenth, or Father's Day. We are celebrating that we can be the love that we all are. And so here at Unity of Oak Park, we celebrate that. As you see, our signage says love in action, and we definitely demonstrate that. One of the ways we're demonstrating that is with our First Impressions campaign. And so I want to invite Scott up here as he can fill us in more about the First Impressions campaign. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning. Got to open my thing. It's closed tight. But I know my name. Good morning. My name is Scott Buchanan. I'm part of the Finance Committee here at Unity Oak Park. There's a tradition that Rev Ev spoke about a couple weeks ago in Spain called the human pyramid, where elders get down and then they stack up and stack up and stack up, and there's a child on the top of the circle and climbs to the top and salutes the crowd. This intention is to create awareness that we all serve as the foundation for future generations here at Unity Oak Park, and together we can support our team and our family spiritual home. Unity Oak Park is a building pyramid with children's chairs as part of our First Impressions campaign. Unity Church of Oak Park is a special place that enables us to create meaning in our lives. We serve as families of all kinds so that every child, parent, and adult can feel nourished, revitalized, and supported. Thank you to all the donations made last year as we were able to upgrade and keep this historic building going and thriving and put some boilers and air conditioners and basic foundational things in so we can come here. We're inviting you this year to help us raise donations for our First Impressions campaign that you will help pay for the balance of the air conditioning and the balance of the boilers, and also to help us do some restoration on the floors and rip up the carpeting, which you'll see pictures of, and soon you'll see, we're going to show you a demo of how beautiful they look so that we can get them refinished and possibly be able to rent it out more to weddings and having receptions here so that we can thrive and help support this building. This will make our spiritual home more beautiful and competitive to rent so that we can continue to offset our expenses. We appreciate all that you have done and the differences that we can make together. Our aim is to raise as much as we can by this summer, by the end of the summer. We raised $6,000 last year, and let's affirm we can double that to $12,000 this year. Do we affirm that? All right. We're at 5,000 last week. Now this week, guitar strings. We are at 5,700, so we are short $300 to get a chair, but I know and affirm that by next week we will have a chair up there, and our pyramid will keep growing. But thank you all that did donate. You know, every little bit helps, from $5 on up. Each child's share represents a benchmark of $1,000, and all contributions, big or small, are really welcome. To contribute, go to our website and click on the Contribute and scroll down to First Impressions. You may also contribute by putting a check in the basket or sending a check to the church. And once again, thank you on behalf of the Finance Committee, the Board of Directors, and everyone here as family. Thank you for what you can do.
All right, thank you. Thank you to all who have made it possible. Thank you to all the First Impressions donors and contributors. Thank you for believing in Unity of Oak Park. You know, we want to continue the dreams of Reverend Richard Billings, who is the founder minister here, and he started with a dream, and it's a beautiful dream because we're all here, so we want to keep these dreams going. So thank you to Reverend Richard Billings and all the elders who came with him that founded our church. Thank you. So I want to start our opening prayer with this story that I experienced 2 years ago. Maybe it was the day I was assigned this beautiful role that I'm in. I had to fly here, and I ran into a father who was traveling with his infant. And he was getting a lot of praise because he was traveling with his infant. And I was just wondering in my head, like, wow, you don't hear a lot of mothers getting a lot of praise when they travel alone, or caretakers. And so I try not to be in judgment, even though I was, you know, because of my own experience. But after, as the flight was going, I heard a conversation with the father and the co-passenger. And the father said to the co-passenger, he said, I can't wait for 2 days in my life. And the first day is the day that my child can get his own bowl of cereal. The second day I can't wait to have with my child is I can't wait to share a drink with my child. And so, again, I try not to go into judgment because, you know, I'm a Unity minister and I'm trying to, like, be on the path of understanding. And so what I got after I got off the flight is that the father really valued 2 things. One is independence, and 2 is connection. Don't we value independence and connection? So by understanding that, I too was praising the dad, because I'm like, we need more father figures out there like yourself who's willing to travel alone with your son. And so oftentimes we get stuck in our own head and our own stories and preconceived ideas because of where we come from. And when we take that moment to listen, we get to understand that there is a bigger picture out there that's more beautiful. And to be an independent person today means we have the ability to be an independent thinker so that we're not relying on the outside world to do the thinking for us. And so that is very powerful. And the connection is love, and we all need that love. And so let's center ourselves in that loving spirit by celebrating all of our fathers. Take a nice deep breath. And just center your mind, your heart, on the ideal father, whether it's your very own or someone you know. And just bring that energy into your heart that makes you feel good, makes you feel encouraged and inspired. And I know there's a lot of fathers who inspire me in our own community. So we bring those fathers who take care of not only their children, but their community with the wisdom that is theirs. But we also bless everyone who carries that father figure spirit of bringing forward the wisdom that we all have in our DNA. We are all children of God with the ability to express every attribute that God is, wisdom and love. And with wisdom and love, we envision a world that is filled with people who make a difference in our lives, like all the father figures who help us to understand our independence and our connection to each other, to the divine, and to our world. And with that in our heart and mind, we motivate our spirit to say yes, 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 yes. I am here, I am equipped, and I am able. As we affirm those words, we empower ourselves and our world by knowing that we are all the divine Father in each. And with that loving spirit, we say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Amen. And now for our daily word.
Good morning. I'm Marilyn Joy. I'm one of the prayer chaplains here. The daily word for today comes from May 13th, 2014, which is worthy. I recognize a world rich in opportunity. The universe is teeming with bountiful gifts and blessings to share with me, and I am worthy of receiving them. I have no use for unworthiness, guilt, or shame. I release any ideas or practices that serve only to deter my good. I replace negative self-talk with confident self-love and feel my doubts disappear. When I accept myself fully, realize my divine nature, and believe in my own worth, I stand a little taller. I know I have a place to fill in this world that no one else can fill. I behold a world rich in opportunity. I give myself permission to receive all the gifts and support the universe is eager to shower upon me. I expect the best and receive it gratefully. And from Colossians, I never get like Mark or John. Colossians 2:12, lead a life worthy of God who calls you into his own kingdom and glory. The daily word for today, June 18th, is worthy.
Please welcome in Tim Jackson.
Good morning, Unity. How you guys doing this morning? Say thank you to the pastor. Thank you to Angel for having me out today. And thank God for letting me minister to you guys, all right? Exceedingly abundantly above all you could ever ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you, in you. See, 'cause God is able to do just what he said he would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. He's able. Exceedingly abundantly above all. It's all I could ever ask or think, according to the power that worketh in you, in you. Oh, God is able to do just what He said He would do. He's gonna fulfill every promise to you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. Said He's able. He's able. He's able. He's able. He's able. He's able. Oh, He's able. He's able. He's able. He's able. He's able. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. Oh, no, no. Don't give up on God, 'cause He won't give up on you. He's able. Amen.
All right, Tim Jackson. Can we hear it one more time for Tim Jackson? Now, Tim Jackson is filling in today, but I believe that he was appointed to be here today. So thank you for being here today. Thank you for such a beautiful song and a prayer. It's a beautiful prayer, and because, you know, if we listen to the words, is that God hasn't really given up on any of us. And we know that because God is in all of us. That power is already within you. And those promises are ready for us to dream big and live bigger, just like our theme this year has been. Our theme this month, however, is What You Feed Grows. And our topic today is that free thinking has a price. Free thinking has a price. How many of us here believe to be free thinkers? Raise your hands. Yes. And for those of you who didn't raise your hands, join the club. We're all free thinkers. We all get to choose what we think about. But have we ever thought about our thoughts of how they carry value, how they carry a price? For example, all of the thoughts that we carry in our head that are positive, that make us feel good, has a value to uplift us. It has a value that we can be so uplifted that our words and that our actions demonstrate our good. That's a price. However, there's other thoughts that are harmful to our mind, that holds us back from growing our good. Those thoughts deter the direction in which we want to lead our lives. And then there's other thoughts that we form into words, but yet we tend to mean something different. Eric Butterworth, classic Unity author, shares that words are vehicles in which thoughts manifest. Words are vehicles in which thoughts manifest. So here's a thought, and maybe it's a thought that you've had when you're listening to a juicy conversation or when you're waiting to hear some good news. And that thought is the following: I am dying to know. I am dying to know, yes! I am dying to know. Have you heard that before? Have you said that before? Right? Now, do you really mean what the words say? No, right? So the reason why we don't follow through is because we have a whole different intention, right? I'm dying to know. The intention behind those words is, I'm excited. I'm curious. I want to know some good news. I want to anticipate good. I want a new reality. I want a new reality. So let's just hold that phrase, I want a new reality. So here's another thought that maybe some of us have had that I want to explore together. But before we do that, I want to set up the stage. All right, I'm a father, but I'm not a father of children. I haven't been blessed to do that, but I've been blessed to be a father figure as a teacher and as a minister. However, I'm a father of, 2 puppies. 2 puppies. I hear a lot of, oh, right? And for those dog lovers, you probably think, oh, so cute, right? Well, let me tell you, they're not cute. They're not cute every day. They're not cute every day, especially on a day where they excavated 2 giant holes in the carpet in an apartment that I'm renting, and I have to return the keys pretty soon. That is not cute, right? So the thought when we're upset at someone we care about, whether it's our children, our puppies, our animals, or our loved one, or somebody at work, for example, like when a parent mops the floor, and then 5 seconds later, the children run with their feet filled of mud, and you're like, ooh, I could kill them, right? I could kill them. So that's the thought that I had when I found those 2 holes in my carpet. Ooh, I could kill them. Now, literally, I don't mean that. My intention behind those words, and you're probably going to want to throw tomatoes at me or roll your eyes, and I'm rolling my eyes with you, and I'm throwing tomatoes with you. That moment of being upset, of being angry, I am seeking a new reality, a different reality. That seeking of a new reality is similar to that first thought of I'm dying to know. I'm dying to know is I'm seeking a new reality. So our thoughts oftentimes are seeking understanding, are seeking a new reality. And that new reality is referred to spiritual awareness. Spiritual awareness. And I know the tomatoes are coming right now, right, in your head. You're probably thinking, well, that spiritual awareness is not going to fix those 2 holes in my carpet, right? That spiritual awareness is not going to fix this person who was rude and mean to me. That spiritual awareness is not going to fix the condition or the experience at work that I'm working with. And you're right about that, because spiritual awareness is an inside job. Spiritual awareness, it's a choice. It's a choice, meaning that I can choose to be frustrated, annoyed, angry at those 2 holes in my carpet. And I can dwell on that over and over. But does that help me grow? No. Maybe a new reality would. So what is that new reality? And the reason why it's important to know is because this is what's going to help us understand the world we live with, the experiences and conditions we have to work with. What I love about Charles Fillmore, co-founder of Unity, is that he shares that spiritual awareness is not only seeking a new reality, but it's the following. And this is from the Revealing Word. Spiritual awareness is realized, fulfilled, achieved, manifested when our mortal becomes immortal and the corruptive becomes incorruptible. And so when we hear these words, which I'll share again, it almost sounds like any wisdom teacher would say. It even sounds like Martin Luther King's speech, Dr. Martin Luther King's speech, right? The corruptive becomes incorruptible. Don't you just love listening to that word, those words? The mortal becomes immortal. Now those are beautiful words that makes our head sing like hallelujah when we hear those words. Because we know that the condition we're working with, that's not the end. I know those 2 holes in my carpet is not the end. I'm not sulking over those 2 holes in my carpet, even though I did for a while. Oh, believe me, I was trying to glue it back together. Didn't work. But the reason I'm sharing this is because I can dwell on those 2 holes. I can dwell on what is mortal, or I can focus on the immortal, the everlasting energy that we are. Because I can guarantee you, those 2 holes in my carpet will be there. But guess what? The entire world will evolve, will grow, will change, will move on. And I can guarantee you those 2 puppies, they don't care. They've moved on. They're growing. They're evolving. They're waiting for their next treat. And here I am still angry. Why am I angry? Right? So we have the choice to make that shift from mortal to immortal, corruptible to incorruptible. And that's the challenge. That is our work. That is what brings us the shift of being spiritually aware. So Charles Fillmore says in the Revealing Word that in order for us to make that shift from the mortal to immortal, it's not only being spiritually aware, but it's having a relationship. And hold on to these words, because it may trigger some people. God as Father is to exercise and be aware of God as the Father. So what does that mean? Well, what that means is that we must establish a relationship not with the gender Father, but with the energy that God is. And here is what Charles Fillmore says that God as Father is. He said, God is the cause of creation. God as Father is the great unlimited. God as Father is the generator, the principle, the source from which all living objects proceed from. Now, in those moments where we're angry and frustrated, what we're seeking is that relationship to be the source, the creator, the generator of the desire that we want in our mind. That desire that we want to experience in our mind. So, I'm going back to the example with the two puppies so that we can apply this in our own lives. And so when we apply this relationship of God as the Father, when we're frustrated or angry, we have to think about, well, what is my relationship to God as the Father? What is my relationship to God as the Creator, God as the generator? Well, here it is. It's to understand that all the God qualities that we're desiring is already part of our DNA. So in that moment where I am just angry at the two dogs, what I am desiring, here's what I'm desiring. Peace. I want peace. I want divine order. So peace and divine order are qualities of God. And so if I have a relationship with those qualities of what God is, peace and divine order, then perhaps I can be the generator. I can be the generator, the creator of peace, of divine order. And if I'm those qualities, then perhaps I can teach that to two little puppies. And if I can teach that to two little puppies who don't know any better, then maybe I would have less holes to look at in my carpet, right? So we don't have control of what other people do or what happens in our physical world, but we have a lot of power with our thoughts. And the way to establish that power is to establish a relationship with God as Father. Again, it's not the gender, it's the energy of what Father represents for you in that moment. And so here's a story that I'm drawn to. And it's a story of one of the father figures that I gravitate to in Scripture. And it's the story of Noah and the ark. How many of you are familiar with that story? Well, that story is rich in symbology. Here at Unity, what we do with Scripture is that we metaphysically interpret Scripture, which means that we find meaning beyond the literal words so that we can apply those teachings or that wisdom into our lives. And so this story of Noah in the ark, I want to just set it up. It was written by authors, and these authors, thousands of years ago, believed that God was an angry God. They believed that God was more human than divine. And there's a good takeaway here, because even though I don't believe that God is an angry God today, because Scripture has evolved and so have we, there's a great lesson here. The lesson is that it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset, right? Sometimes we kind of like shame ourselves for being angry and upset, and that just puts us deeper or less or separated from our source, God as source. And so in this story, God is fed up. He's fed up because of how the world has evolved into. He's like, I got to start over. We have to start over. Have you ever been angry or upset and you're like, I have to start over? Raise your hand so we can see that we're not alone here. Great. So at times when it comes to spiritual awareness, we have to start over. going back to the 2 holes in the carpet. If I don't start over, I'm going to still be thinking about those 2 holes in the carpet. So I have to start over. And it's okay to be angry. It's okay to be upset, because that's part of the process of healing and transformation. It's healthy, because if you bottle up that anger, you bottle up your frustration, what happens? You get sick. Yeah, you get detached, right? You get resentful, you get depressed. So in the story of Noah, Noah is guided the task to start over. So he listens to God's guidance. And he says, you must take 2 of every species, male and female. Again, it's not literal, it's the energy. So the energy is love and wisdom. So every species you bring into the ark that you're building will have love and wisdom. So metaphysically, building an ark, building a ship, it's building the vessel, building the consciousness in which we all need to start over. And the ideas that we must bring in that vessel are to be of love and wisdom. And if we bring love and wisdom in our vessel, which is our heart, then we can populate the world that we envision. We can populate our mind. We can populate our relationships with love and wisdom. So when we apply this into our own lives, think about being your Noah, where you're able to listen to the guidance, God's guidance. There's an important part of the story where Noah is getting a lot of ridicule from all the villagers, and he doesn't listen. He keeps going. He keeps building that ark, building that boat. There are times where we may be following our own inner guidance, the guidance of God, that inner intuition that we hear. And so when we stay true to that voice that you hear, that is guiding you to your way, God's way, then we're unstoppable. It doesn't matter what other people say. And so what the flood represents is those thoughts in our race consciousness, but also in our own mind that floods us from moving forward. I don't know if you've ever had the experience where you wake up in the morning and you tell yourself, well, I'm not feeling good today, so I'm not going to work today. Have you been there before? Don't worry, nobody from work's watching you. Or, I don't feel like going to this event because there's going to be people there and I just don't feel good. Or maybe it's here, right? Like, I'm not going to come to Sunday service because they're always so happy and I just don't feel good. Yeah. I heard someone calls us the happy church, and it's a great blessing to know, right? Because there's worse things to be called, right? Happy church. We love that. So I lost my train of thought because I got stuck in the happy church. I got stuck in my own thoughts. So that's what happens. That's exactly what happens when we're not feeling good. We get stuck in our own head, right? And what the story demonstrates, where Noah is building the ark, he's creating an experience. And that experience is knowing that there's more important things than one small worry and fear. There is a whole world out there that needs you, that is waiting for you, that is waiting for your appointment, yes. They need you. We need you. And so when you're feeling that way, like, I don't feel like going to service or work because I just don't feel good. Maybe we need the experience so that you can feel good. Are you guys with me here?
Yes.
I know sometimes, it's a cloudy day, But when I come here, I feel like the sun is shining, there's rainbows everywhere. I feel like that happy church. And it's because you make it seem like there's a place for me here, and vice versa. And that's what we can do for each other. So when you're stuck in your thinking, you're stuck on your 2 holes in your carpet, or whatever that may be in your life, whether it's a relationship you're working with, if you're stuck there and you're not feeling good, well, maybe it's time to be of service to others so that you're focused not on that small detail, but you're focused on a purpose, on a mission that you're here to fulfill. No one else is going to fulfill that mission but you. And so the water in the story has 2 different meanings. One, water takes us places, right? Just like our feelings takes us places. But if that water is out of control, or your feelings are out of control, what's going to happen? You're going to drown in your feelings. And so that's what happens in the story, is that all the people who weren't listening to the words of God or to the guidance of Noah, they drowned. However, life went on. It got populated. So we have a choice what we do with our thoughts. And so our takeaway is that last slide, is whenever you're stuck in a place where you're indecisive, you're trying to seek guidance, you're trying to seek support, just like Tim Jackson said in his song, you know, that promise is already within you. That desire is already within you. But when you're upset, it's so hard to think about that desire or that promise that's in you. So we have to ask ourselves, and this is the spiritual awareness. You have to ask yourselves, what God qualities do I want to experience in my mind? Not out there, in my mind. Because that is your channel that you have with the divine as God, as Father. So we have to ask ourselves, well, what do I desire now? If you're in a terrible relationship or having difficulties with the relationship, we're not going to solve that with more anger, with being more upset. What is the desire in that relationship if you want to keep it? What is it? Be compassionate, be understanding. Then be the generator, be the creator of that. Be the generator of being more understanding, being compassionate, being loving. And maybe that will manifest and populate the world that you have envisioned. So that is your homework, that is the takeaway. Because oftentimes I hear, oh, you can change the world by changing your thinking. But if you don't know how to change your thinking, then you're out of luck. You're out of luck. But today's lesson gives you a reference point of like, okay, now I know how to change my thinking. What is the God quality I am seeking in this moment? And then be the generator. Be of service. Our community here thrives on service. So I know that's the reason why we are a happy church. It's because we support each other when we feel like we're drowning, when we feel like we need support. But in order to have support, you have to be part of the community, right? So that's why we encourage everyone to come on Sunday service, to volunteer, to do fellowship, because we want to support you. We want to be your Noah when you're not feeling like Noah. And we need you to be Noah when we're not feeling our Noah. Can I hear an amen for that? Amen. All right. So happy Father's Day. That is the Father's Day message. And just notice, it was the energy. Because we all have that fatherly energy. And I'm not avoiding Happy Father's Day, because there's a lot of amazing fathers in our community. Matt, Carl, and then there's all the other father figures like Ron, Juan Lorenz, that I gravitate to and get wisdom from. John, thank you. Scott. And all the fathers that I haven't mentioned, like Eden. Thank you for helping us remember that there's amazing fathers in our world. And with that message, let's bring it into our heart with our meditation. Lindsay, if you don't mind, guiding us through a beautiful meditation that you always give. Thank you.
As we enter into meditation, let us first still our bodies. We can allow our feet to plant beneath us. Let your hands rest. Drop your shoulders. You may close your eyes or leave them open and just find a place to anchor yourself. As we begin to focus on our breath, we allow our body to calm, to feel that gentle ease. As we breathe in deeply, we allow our belly to fill and exhale out. A couple more deep conscious breaths. Turning into that stillness, that ease, we breathe in deeply and exhale. We exhale anything that doesn't serve us, any thoughts of mind that we're holding on to that are not helping us feel at ease. We know that's not our truth. We exhale that out. Breathing in peace, breathing in ease, and exhaling any worry, any fear. As we do, we return to our essence. That is love, that is peace. In this stillness, we're growing in our spiritual awareness, tapping into the powers, the faculties within us. So we make the choice to be in alignment to that truth. We focus on our breath again and affirm, God is peace. I am at peace. The source is love. I am love. Universe is in flow. I am in flow. Divine order is all around me. I am in divine order. I am enough. I am at peace. I am love. And we know in the stillness, in the quiet, we release anything that doesn't serve us and return to that truth, opening to the awareness of love all around us, and allow ourselves to feel grounded. We allow that groundedness as we bring our gentle awareness all the way to the soles of our feet, bringing that gentle awareness of love, allowing it to fill you all the way into your intuition and stomach, where you tap into that love and power, to the tips of your fingers, extending your hands to serve, to be a loving presence, to heart center, where you turn into compassion and love, first in your thoughts and in the energy that you bring. You bring that awareness of loving energy into your voice, the words you choose to use, what you choose to see in yourself and in others, and in your mind with how you think, imagine, and create. And so with that, you allow yourself to feel that ease and that love. You extend it out to the world, into your experiences, knowing that you can be love. And you can be what you desire to bring to your experiences today, moment by moment, choice by choice. And with that, you just begin to bring awareness now to this space. Move your fingers, wiggle your toes. And as you begin to open your eyes and bring yourself back to this space that we share together, you feel that gentle ease. And let yourself be love.
Good morning. Okay, happy Father's Day, happy day. Okay, my name's Redelia Brownlee, and I am on the board of trustees and leadership team. I love saying that. I feel like I got some importance here. But anyway, Unity of Oak Park is a self-funded spiritual community. Our offerings help us continue to make a difference so that we can come together for service and events, pay for the operations of the church and our Sunday team. Know your contributions matter to keep our community and dreams alive. There are many ways to give. You can use the Support Unity button on our website, text a donation to 708-980-0073 from your phone, or place a check or cash in the baskets or at the door. And of course, mail a check to our office. We are so grateful for our financial contributions, in addition to our donations of time and talent, which allow our ministry mission to grow and thrive. And off the script, we need some volunteers to help me put this banner up outside today for our movie night. So, fathers, anybody? Now, let us invite our prayer chaplains forward as we compare our offerings. Prepare. our chaplains are here. They've come forward, and they will be available at any time you need them. Please remember, our chaplains are here and available to pray with you and support you before and after service. And please join them every Monday on Zoom for prayer and meditation. Details are on our website. Let us affirm our offertory prayer together as we bless all the prayers. Oh, thank you, Stanley. As we bless all the prayers in our hearts, the service we give to make our community operate, and the financial offerings we contribute that make our community thrive. Divine love, expressing as me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Amen. All that I am. And so it is. All right. Amen.
Once again, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to join you today and worship with you. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers. I'm a father. I got 2 little ones myself. I see the crystal raindrops fall, and the beauty of it all is when the sun comes shining through to make the rainbows in my mind. When I think of you sometime, I want to spend some time with you, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try, just the 2 of us. Oh, just the 2 of us. We're building castles way up high, just the 2 of us, you and I. We look for love, no time for tears. Wasted water's all it is, and they don't make no flowers grow. Good things might come to those who wait, but not to those who wait too late. We gotta go for all we know, just the 2. We can make it if we try, just the 2 of us. Oh, just the 2 of us. We're building castles way up high, just the 2 of us, you and I. I hear the crystal raindrops fall on the window down the hall, and it becomes the morning dew. And darling, when the morning comes and I see the morning sun, I want to spend some time with you. Oh, just the 2 of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us. Oh, just the two of us. We're building castles way up high, just the two of us, you and I. Oh, just the two of us, yeah. Oh, just the two of us. Oh, just the two of us. We can make it if we try, just the two of us, you and I. Happy Father's Day.
Good morning. My name is John O'Rourke. I was chuckling when Rev Ev was talking about his puppies. My dog is 14, and it's no better than a puppy. So, it is the nature of dogs to be curious, and they have two of them, so if one doesn't find something fun to do, the other one will. So, you're in for a long haul. Anyway, okay. A great way to be engaged here at Unity of Oak Park is by visiting our website, unityoakpark.org. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, and sign up for our newsletter on our website. If you are visiting in person today, see us at the welcome table in the back for more information about events, or if you are interested in signing up for any volunteer opportunities like our Sunday experience, our gala, or any of our outreach opportunities. We also have welcome gifts for our first-time visitors. You may also sign up to volunteer for slots that work for you from the Sign Up Genius link on our website, or you can contact Ron Johnson, he's back there at the double doors there, who can sign you up. And now I'm going to ask Baba Tony and the youth to come in. They have something special to share with us today.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Father's Day. There are many ways to say father. There's dad, baba, dude, papa, poppy, stepfathers, which is a role model, and stepfathers. We want to thank those that have stepped up as stepfathers. Today we have a very short program to celebrate fathers. Thank you. Terrific, come here. we created a acrostic for father.
F is for fearless. A is for amazing.
T is for terrific.
H is for happy and handsome. E is for exuberant.
R is for responsible.
Oh,
Wait till I show you that. We have one dad can come up real quick. One dad, come on, dad.
Yeah, I did mine.
D is for dependable.
A is for amazing. Awesome.
D is for dedicated.
I also like to share with you that not only fathers, but grandparents. Grandparents are very key. The neat thing about being a grandparent, they can always send them home, but enjoy them while they're there. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Baba Tony and the kids. That was precious, very precious to us. All right, so there are a few things, exciting things that are happening that we're going to check out. Every Monday evening at 7:30, the weekly prayer and meditation group meets online only. Join our dedicated chaplains each Monday for prayer, meditation, and mindfulness. The link to the Zoom and the meeting number are on the UOP website under events. Every Wednesdays in June at 6:30, there is a midweek meditation, music, and message program. Each week, we explore practical tools for growth, healing, peace, joy, and success. The theme of June is In the Flow by Eric Butterworth. And Butterworth is one of the great writers in the Unity movement, and anything he has written is well worth reading. So I encourage you to come. The classes will begin each Wednesday at 6:30 and last 1 hour. Okay, then Friday, our evening, we're going to have the outdoor movie night on the lawn. Okay, at 7:30. Our evening will begin with a few classic Disney cartoons throughout the years. Mickey will be there, Minnie will be there, Pluto will be there, Daffy Duck and will be there along with his nephews Huey, Dewey, and Louie. And then the feature film will be the Marvel Comics Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. So there'll be popcorn, candy, ice cream, and a special glow stick giveaway, which makes it all worthwhile. Let's see if we can get this to. It's not very, no, there's 3 speeds here. So, it looks a lot better with in the dark, but not too bad. So this makes it all worthwhile. I expect to see you all there. Okay. Then next Sunday, June 25th at 11:30, there will be a workshop entitled Prayer in Our Lives, Denials and Affirmations. In the second part of this 3-part series on prayer, we will examine how to incorporate denials and affirmations into your prayer practice to cope with life's struggles. The workshop will be held in the Billings Chapel and will last about 1 hour. Okay, then Wednesdays throughout July from 6:30 to 8:30 each Wednesday, there will be a summer concert music series on the lawn. Okay? Enjoy weekly live music from local musicians. There will be 2 acts each week consisting of jazz, rock, country, something for everyone. Bridging the cultures through the international language of music. The first concert will be on Wednesday, July 5th. The featured acts will be Mauro Frazio and Friends, who do jazz, Latin jazz, and samba, and Sean Harris, who we have had here many times, well, not many times, but several times. Just a couple weeks ago, he was here. He was tremendous. He did The Impossible Dream. He had a special song for Unity. So he will be appearing, and he'll be doing a tribute to Frank Sinatra, Smokey Robinson, Stevie Wonder, Prince, and others. So that'll be July 5th. That'll be the first one. So please see the Unity of Oak Park website for the schedule of acts each week. And snacks and beverages will be available for purchase. Okay. Then Sunday, July 9th, after the service, we will have our outdoor summer barbecue with fun, food, lawn games, music, and more fun. All families are welcome to attend. Let's celebrate summer. Okay, today is Father's Day. We celebrate the divine masculine. After the service this morning, there will be an all-ages drumming circle celebration on the lawn. I was once part of a drumming circle, and I'll tell you, let's loose a lot of your stress. I had no rhythm whatsoever, but I make my own music, so. Okay, there will be popsicles to eat and fun face painting. The drumming will be led by Babatoni and Kucha, along with our new community partners, the Oak Park and River Forest Day Nursery. And at this time, I'd like to invite to the podium Michelle Arnold from the Oak Park River Forest Nursery, if you'd like to come and say a few words to us.
Hi. This is awesome. Thank you so much for having us. Can you guys hear me? I can really project, though. I'm good. Good morning. My name's Michelle Arnold. Thank you for inviting me to share some information about a great resource for young families and volunteers, or, similar to Unity of Oak Park. We're a nonprofit organization, and we always need board members, volunteers, and staff and children. So it's the Oak Park River Forest Day Nursery. We're located right on Randolph and Harlem. We've been there since about 1912. We have a full daycare program, affordable daycare for working families, and that's been our mission since 1912. That building was established to be the child care center for the area. And really, our social conscious women got together and said, we need child care. And so for actually the immigrants that they hired and had children. So that's really how we started. We provide one of the highest quality of child care in the area. We have some very dedicated and skilled teachers and staff. We serve up to 77 children on any one given day. And we start as early as 2.5, as long as they're potty trained. And then they can attend the day nursery year-round, full day, 7 a.m. to 6 p.m., until they're ready to go to kindergarten. And that's usually by age, so 5.5, 6 years old. We are accredited, and that's through the National Academy for Education of Young Children. It's called NACCE. And we are, in fact, part of only 10% of the child care centers in the country that are accredited. And we've been accredited for a long, long time, but that helps us keep the standard of our service and our programs to the, I think, to where parents want it to be for their children, whether they're working or not, obviously, just to get some early childhood education. We're funded through tuition from parents. We have a sliding fee scale, and we also receive our funding through some public and private grants, and then we also go to individuals for donations, like you all do too. Obviously, the cost of our services, which I'm sure some of the folks here can relate to, they exceed what you're able to collect from the government and from private grants and from the tuition from our families. And so one of our goals to sustain the day nursery is to increase our community partnerships. So we have a volunteer named Phyllis Walden, who's here today too, and belongs to Unity of Oak Park. And she suggested that we come and just share our information about the day nursery. My 26-year-old daughter, Lucy, is a graduate of Longfellow School, Julian, Oak Park River Forest High School, and she's currently getting her master's degree at the University of Maine. She attended the day nursery. She started in the year 2000, and I've been affiliated with the day nursery since then, as a volunteer, as a board member. I'm currently the president of the board. So we're really very excited to be able to share this partnership with you all, and appreciate being able to share information about the day nursery. Phyllis and I are going to be around after I'll finish. We have a little table, so if you have any questions or just want to say hi, that'd be great. I'm looking forward to the drumming circle, and so I just thank you very much for having us. Hopefully that was 2 minutes.
Thank you kindly, Michelle. Okay, we would like also to bless our youth and our youth directors, Chris Manville and Baba Tony. Please rise and join us for the prayer of protection, followed by the peace song as we conclude the service. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Happy Father's Day, all.